इत्यनया कश्चन नूतनः कार्यक्रमः अन्योन्य साहाय्येन सौमनस्य सद्भावेन अद्य आरभ्यते इति तादृशस्य विशिष्टस्य कार्यक्रमस्य आरम्भार्थं समागताः सन्ति आलोचनार्थं समागताः सन्ति अस्माकम् अतिथिवर्याः अस्माकं कुलपतयः सुदर्शनमहाभागाः तथा CSR कृष्णमूर्तिमहाभागाश्च। अहं प्रार्थयामि मञ्चं प्रति ते आगच्छन्तु, सभायाः शोभां वर्धयन्तु इति। एवमेव अस्माकं विश्वविद्यालयस्य गणकयन्त्रविभागस्य अध्यक्षाः एवमेव अस्माकं विश्वविद्यालयस्य कुलसचिवाः रमाश्री महाभागाः ताः अपि सम्प्रार्थ्यन्ते वेदिकाम् अलङ्कर्तुम्। प्राचीन नवीन शास्त्रयोः कश्चन नूतन प्रक्रियात्मकः अयं कार्यक्रमः। येन कार्यक्रमेण नूतन भारतस्य विश्वगुरुसम्पादकस्य तदात्मकस्य कस्यचित् विशिष्टस्य आरम्भः शुभारम्भः अद्य भवति श्रावणमासेऽस्मिन्। एकदा वेदज्ञानिनः अथवा शास्त्रज्ञाः संवृतद्वाराः आसन्। तेषां या विद्या वर्तते तेषु अन्तर्निहिता सा च विद्या केषाञ्चिदेव हस्ते वर्तते। केचन एव तत्र प्रचारं कुर्वन्तः वर्तन्ते। पूजादिव्यवहारेष्वेव इयं विद्या उपयुज्यते। उपयोगान्तरं नास्ति इति मन्यमानाः केचन आसन्। तैः सह सम्बन्धः आधुनिकतन्त्रज्ञैः न संस्थापितः आसीत्। आधुनिकतन्त्रज्ञास्तु आकाशे एव सञ्चरन्तः। अस्माकमेव वेद्विज्ञानं वर्तते तदेव लोपयुपयोगी वर्तते। यद् प्राचीने शास्त्रादिषु निहितं विज्ञानं न वस्तुतः विज्ञानम् इति चिन्तयन्तश्च आसन्। गच्छता कालेन प्राचीनविज्ञानं विना नवीनं विज्ञानं न शोभते। अतः तैः सह सम्बन्धः अस्माभिः अवश्यं सम्पादनीयः इति भगवदनुग्रहेण ज्ञानोदयश्च आसीत् जातः तेषां मनसि। एवमेव प्राचीनविज्ञानज्ञाः ये आसन् तेषामपि किञ्चित् मौढ्यमपि आसीत्। एतत् मौढ्यनिवारणार्थं प्राचीननवीनयोः विज्ञानयोः सम्पर्कः सम्पादनीय इति कृत्वा तद्वारा प्राचीने शास्त्रे विद्यमानं ज्ञानं सर्वेषाम् उपयोगाय भवेत् इत्यतः आधुनिकतन्त्रज्ञानेन सह प्राचीनविज्ञानस्य समन्वयसम्पादनार्थं कश्चन कार्यक्रमः अनेन विश्वविद्यालयेन प्रसिद्धसंस्थया सह सम्पादितः वर्तते। तादृशकार्यक्रमेण भारतीयं यद्विज्ञानं लोकस्य प्रसारः भवतु, अद्यैव तस्य कार्यक्रमस्य उत्कृष्टस्य शुभारम्भः भवतु इति धिया अयं कार्यक्रमः अस्माभिरायोजितो वर्तते। अतः कर्तव्यं बहु वर्तते, संकल्पश्च महान् वर्तते। संकल्पार्थं समागताः विज्ञानिनः सन्ति, वेदज्ञाः अपि सन्ति। परस्परसहयोगेन अयं कार्यक्रमः वेङ्कटेश्वरसन्निधौ आरब्धः वर्तते। अस्माकं विश्वविद्यालये च अस्माभिः आहूताः एतत् कार्यक्रमार्थम् अस्माकं कुलपतयः GSR कृष्णमूर्तिमहाभागाः। तानहं कार्यक्रमस्य कृते हार्दं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। योऽन्तर्निहितं गुहायां यज्ञानं वर्तते सुदर्शनमहाभागेषु वर्तते विद्यमानं, सर्वे जानन्त्येव। तन्त्रज्ञाः पार्श्वे मन्त्रज्ञाः। मन्त्रेण यत् कार्यं जायमानं वर्तते तन्त्रेणापि कर्तुं शक्यते। अतः मया पूर्वमेव उक्तमासीत्, अज्ञानस्य नाशकं यत् चक्रं वर्तते सुदर्शनचक्रं, तद् हस्ते गृहीत्वा समागताः सन्ति सुदर्शनमहाभागाः। तेषाम् अस्मत्पक्षतः हार्दं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। बहोः कालात् पूर्वमेव अयं कार्यक्रमः अस्माभिः आरब्धः आसीत्, मध्ये स्थगितश्च। बहोः कालात् पूर्वम् आरब्धः कार्यक्रमः अस्माकं कुलसचिवानां समये ताः एव अस्य कार्यक्रमस्य बीजभूताः आसन्। यदा रामकृष्णाचार्यप्रभृतयः अत्र तत् कार्यम् अकुर्वन् तस्मिन् समये सापि तत्र अन्तर्भागिनी आसीत्, अस्माकं कुलसचिवा। सा सम्यक् जानाति एतस्मिन् विषये। अस्माभिः आहूताः ताभ्यः कृते अहम् अस्मत्पक्षतः हार्दं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। दधिमथनार्थं घृतस्य सम्पादनार्थं च हस्तद्वयेन मथनं कर्तव्यं वर्तते, तदैव अमृतं बहिरागच्छति। दक्षिणहस्तस्थानीयाः भवन्ति सीडाक् महाभागाः, वामहस्ते तन्तुं गृहीतारः अस्माकं समीपे सन्ति। मथनं तु क्रियमाणं वर्तते, अमृतं वा घृतं वा पश्चादागमिष्यति। देवानाम् आहारः भवति। देवास्तु के इत्युक्ते अस्माकं पुरतः विद्यमानाः अध्यापकाः ये प्रतिदिनं ज्ञानयज्ञे भागं गृह्णन्ति। तादृशोऽयं विश्वविद्यालयः यत्र नैरन्तर्येण ज्ञानयज्ञः जायमानः वर्तते। तादृशज्ञानयज्ञस्य सहकारार्थं या संस्था पुनः अग्रे आगता वर्तते, तत्रत्याः मणिसदृशाः समागताः सन्ति। सुब्रह्मण्यभट्टमहाभागाः, एवं कुलकर्णिमहाभागाः, सरितामहाभागा, वत्सला इत्यादयः। तेषां सर्वेषां कृते अस्मत्पक्षतः अहं हार्दं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। अस्माभिः विशेषणरूपेण केचन आमन्त्रिताः सन्ति। तेषु IIT प्रोफेसर् कृष्णप्रपूर्णमहाभागाः वर्तन्ते, ये च सहस्रवर्त्मानः मार्गदर्शकाः, मार्गेषु सञ्चरन्तः। तेषां सहयोगेन नूतनाः मार्गाः क्रियमाणाः सन्ति। भुवि तेषां मार्गाः प्रसिद्धाः। तादृशमार्गसम्पादनार्थं एते तु सदा अन्तरिक्षमार्गेण सञ्चरन्ति। ज्ञानं तादृशं वर्तते। इदानीं नूतनं किञ्चित् टेक्नालजि रूपेण, रब्बर् टेक्नालजि रूपेण मार्गः निर्मीयमाणः वर्तते। तत्र ते एव अध्यक्षाः भवन्ति। ह्यः एव पोर्चुगल् गवर्नमेण्ट् द्वारा सम्मानिताः अपि ते। तेषां कीर्तिः दिगान्तविश्रान्ता वर्तते। अस्माभिः आहूताः सन्ति तेभ्यः अहं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। एवमेव वेङ्कट्राव् महाभागाः सन्ति। B.Ed विभागः सर्वोपि तेषामेव हस्ते वर्तते। सर्वेपि अध्यापकाः तन्मार्गदर्शनेनैव चलन्ति। तेषां कृते अस्माकम् अद्वैतवेदान्तविभागस्य अध्यक्षाः सतीश महाभागाः, एवं रिसर्च् विभागस्य अध्यक्षाः शिवरामभट्टमहाभागाः, अन्ये च अध्यापकाः ये कंप्यूटर् विभागे वर्तन्ते, स्वामिनः रिसर्च् विभागे सन्ति अस्माकं दासमहाभागाः, अन्ये च ये विद्यार्थिनः सन्ति तेभ्यः अहं स्वागतं व्याहरामि। ये वार्ताहराः वर्तन्ते तेषां कृतेपि स्वागतं व्याहरामि। अधुना दीपप्रज्वालनेन अयं कार्यक्रमः आरभ्यते। अहम् अतिथिवर्यान् सर्वानपि आह्वयामि दीपप्रज्वालनेन एनं कार्यक्रमम् आरभन्ताम् इति। अहं कुलपतिवर्यान् प्रार्थये अतिथिवर्याणां कृते पुस्तकप्रदानेन तान् स्वागतीकुर्वन्तु इति। सेमिनार् मध्ये सर्वदा ब्याग् इत्यादिकं दीयते। अयं सम्प्रदायः। ब्याग् मध्ये स्थापनार्थं पुस्तकम् अपेक्षितं वर्तते। अस्माभिः किं चिन्तितम् इत्युक्ते अस्माकं भगवता दत्तम् एकं ब्याग् वर्तते। तत्र किञ्चित् ज्ञानं सम्पादनीयं चेत् पुस्तकम् अपेक्षितमिति धिया ज्ञानयुक्तं किञ्चित् पुस्तकं भगवता दत्ते मस्तिष्के स्थापनीयमिति धिया अस्माभिः नूतनः सम्प्रदायः आरब्धः। अस्माकं सेमिनार् निर्भेग सेमिनार् भवति, परन्तु सपुस्तकं सेमिनार् भवति इति सन्तोषेण वक्तुमिच्छामि। अधुना अस्माकम् अध्यक्षवर्यान् वीसी महाभागान् सम्प्रार्थये किञ्चित् ते अस्मान् स्ववचोभिः अनुगृह्णन्तु इति।
ओम हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण सत्यस्यापि हितं जगत् तस्मात् पूषन्नपावृणु सत्यधर्माय हेतवे। अयं च मंत्रः वर्तते अस्माकम् ईशावास्योपनिषदि मंत्रः। तत्तु किं ट्रूत् अस्ति तत्तु कवर्ड् हिरण्मयेन पात्रेण पिहितं। तस्य च अभिधानं कर्तव्यं, पुनः निष्कासनं करणीयं, तेन च तदेव डिस्कवर्ड् इति भवति। वस्तुतः अयं च विषयः अस्माकं संस्कृतवाङ्मये निहितं वर्तते। संस्कृतवाङ्मये विद्यमानम् इदं रहस्यं तत्त्वं यदस्ति तत्तु विज्ञानेन भवद्भिरेव पुनः उद्घाटनीयः इति अस्य मन्त्रस्य सारः ईशावास्योपनिषदि वर्तते। महता प्रमोदस्य अयम् अवसरः। It gives immense pleasure to me to inaugurate the seminar on Symbiosis between Sanskrit and Computers, New Perspectives. नवाचाराणां विषये अस्माभिः कश्चन विचारः कर्तव्यः इति अस्माकं विषयः। वस्तुतः इतः पूर्वमेव मया कथितं वयं च उत्तरध्रुवे भवामः, भवन्तः दक्षिणध्रुवे भवन्ति। परस्परसमलापः कदाचित् न जातः। भवन्तः किमपि वदन्ति, वयं किमपि जानीमः, वयं किमपि वदामः, भवन्तः अन्यत् जानन्ति। उभयोः कश्चन परस्परसमन्वयात्मकः विचारः अपेक्षितः इति अयं च प्रस्तावः तैः कृतः वर्तते। मध्ये अस्माकं गणपतिभट्टमहोदयः साक्षात् गणेश्वराः भवन्ति, कवयो भवन्ति, कवीश्वराः भवन्ति, अनन्तरं विद्याधीश्वराः भवन्ति सुब्रह्मण्यभट्टमहोदयः। गणपतिसुब्रह्मण्ययोः सम्पर्केणैव अयं संयोगः जातः। मया तु किं कर्तव्यम् इति बहुधा चिन्तनं क्रियते स्म। तत् चिन्तनस्य प्रतिफलं तैः एकः प्रस्तावः कृतः। इदं च अस्माभिः कर्तुं शक्यते वा न वा इति मया किञ्चित् कालपर्यन्तं विचारः कृतः। अनन्तरं रमाश्रीमहाभागया सह वार्तालापः जातः। अवश्यं कर्तव्यं, तत्र अस्माभिः प्रयासः क्रियते इति तैः कथितं। वस्तुतः अनेके अवकाशाः आयान्ति, तेषाम् अवकाशानां सदुपयोगः कथं कर्तुं शक्यते इति न जानीमः। यतः कश्चन पनसफलमस्ति, पनसफलस्य भवन्ति बीजरूपाणि अतीव मधुराणि भवन्ति। तत् कथम् आनेयं, केनापि तस्य कथं कर्तनं कर्तव्यं न जानीमश्चेत् तस्य कण्टकाः भवन्ति, तद् दूरे स्थापयन्तु वयं चिन्तयामः। तन्माधुर्यं पनसपाकः अस्माभिः न लभ्यते। Sarvesham Krute Sabha Madhyana. It's an honor to welcome you all to your national seminar in Symbiosis between Sanskrit and Computers, New Perspectives. As we gather here today, we stand at the fascinating intersection of two seemingly disparate worlds, ancient Sanskrit and modern computing. एतैः कथितमेव इतः पूर्वं तदुभयोः समावेशः करणीयः इति. Sanskrit with its rich heritage and interactive structure has been a timeless vessel of knowledge and cultural continuity for millennia. Its precise linguistic framework and profound literary traditions have shaped and preserved our understanding of various disciplines. In contrast, the realm of computers and digital technologies represents the cutting edge of innovation, driving and rapid advancements and transformations in information processing and sharing. Today, we embark on an exciting journey to explore the dynamic relationship between these two domains. We will delve into how the internal principles of Sanskrit can harmonize with the innovative technologies of computing, unlocking new possibilities, enhancing natural language processing and computational linguistics, contributing to the preservation and evaluation of classical knowledge. Throughout our sessions, distinguished speakers will share insightful perspectives on this symbiosis, illuminating the potential for mutual enrichment and innovation. I encourage you all to engage actively, ask questions and share your thoughts. I appeal it. Our goal is to not only gain a deeper understanding but also to inspire novel ideas and collaborations that bridges these two captivating worlds. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge our organizers, sponsors and esteemed speakers for their valuable contributions. I am ever grateful to our chief guest, the Sudarshan ji. He had the Sudarshan Chakra also to run this project. Let us unlock the transformative power of Sanskrit and computing together. Thank you for joining on this intellectual adventure. By these words, I conclude my welcome address. Thank you. Thank you, Andona.
Thank you very much, sir, for opening remarks. Now I invite Dr. Sudarshan ji for his opening remarks. Sudarshan ji.
नमः सर्वेभ्यः अद्य आरभ्य श्वः पर्यन्तं दिनद्वयोः मध्ये आलोचनां कर्तुम् उपस्थिताः सज्जनाः सर्वज्ञाः सर्वेषां नमस्कारः. At the outset, we have to look back, introspect the time that we lost in keeping language Sanskritam as a progress for Samskriti. And instead of being a fundamental fabric, somehow it got into select institutes and maybe puja rooms of the house. So now it is time that digital technologies are allowing us to bring out things across the table, ever pervasive. And that concern, why it is not happening, that got reflected, discussed when, as our Kulapati Mahodaya mentioned, Ganesh Bhattara or Subramanya Bhattji, they had a discussion at Bangalore. And as they say, Subham Sigram, it immediately caught on. The discussion went up. And there was a debriefing on reaching Tirupati to Kulapati Mahodaya. And I have not seen a VC issuing an office order before the meeting ends, saying that there will be a progress that has to happen. Here is the team constituted with a nodal officer assigned, and Ramasri Madam as the single point of contact, and all that. 4 people were assigned. That actually showed, one is the burning desire to collaborate and willingness to experiment, which is the purpose of a university, Mahavidyalaya. And without worrying about, do we have the bandwidth, resources? No. This is to be done, let us do it. Here is the office order. So this actually makes us be committed to NSU. There, Ganapatipan Mahodaya, whole team here, with whom we met last time we had visited, is here. And the decision was, now we have to identify specific steps that can be taken on various fronts, find out the synergy. And there is a school of thought saying that we have to somehow preserve the knowledge. What do we do with by preserve? Some action has to happen. So beyond preservation, what can be done? That is where the word symbiosis was proposed by VC, and that is one of the most appropriate word that can be chosen for the activity that you have identified. And we are starting today the discussion. So we are going to look at very specific vertical in terms of outcome. One idea is how to ensure not only we preserve, but that is accessible and actionable. So digitization and digitalization of the Samskrita Vangmayam, that will be one activity that will identify what can be done. The second one that we will be looking at will be how, out of the many Vichara Shastras that we have, at least 2 of them, the Loka Vichara Shastra and Tattva Vichara Shastra, they are very much relevant to today's data-driven world, the computational world. How we can make use of the principles enshrined in that to take it forward for research and development of something new, which will probably make our computers consuming less energy, more green, and give solutions in a holistic and positive manner in the long run. So that is a vertical that we will be definitely looking at it. This covers, Sanskrit for computing, computing for Sanskrit. The third aspect will be what are the applications, various domains, starting from chemistry, metallurgy, Ayurveda. So we will look into all that aspects so that societal problems are also solved for select verticals to start with, because once there is an example set, there will be enough people to take, as the success has many takers. So we need to show some successful outcome for one domain. The rest will follow. There is enough talent, just they should be confident that yes, I can choose this and it will result in outcome. So our job in these 2 days will be to identify some of the things that we can do and demonstrate in a specific time-bound manner. That was the purpose, identified, and today we are here, and I have to thank the whole team from both the institutes who have continuously interacted and identified the various topics and to discuss for the next 2 days. So in the end, tomorrow evening when we conclude, we would have identified specific Sopanani steps that can be taken with expected outcomes in a given time frame. Subsequently, we will go into more detail with a larger audience where the experts can be additionally added. But these 2 days will be, it's almost like a very unique closed-door alochana, which will result in something that will make a peaceful thing, as they say, as a lochana, after that when we reveal it. So it should come very nice going forward. And from our side, we have tried, and we have also identified a few things in AI, artificial intelligence, and all the data science that is very popular today. There are 2-3 problems that are very common. One is the bias. The other one is called the false positives. Our idea will be, even in Samskrita only, when we promote something from Sanskrit, people have views of certain biases, they quote certain things as if the entire thing is not usable. So it is our job to identify those biases and present Sanskrit as Sanskrit, computing as compute, the solutions as solutions, so that it is for lokachema in the end. That should be our aim. And as Sri Krishna said, whatever we can achieve, it is possible only when it is jnana vijnana sahitam. So we should have jnanam, that is definitely there in our Vangmayam. But how do you synergize the vijnanam with that? Then only he says, Vahami, he says, after that. And this is another benefit as a normal Sanskrit student who does not have a background. Their biggest trouble with Sanskrit is with Vachanani. Ekavachanam, Dvivachanam, Bahuvachanam. So I have to know that many variants. But if we synergize, what Sanskrit does is, you don't have to worry about Dvivachanam and Bahuvachanam. Everything becomes Ekavachanam. They call it, I think, Yugalam. So when the Yugalam happens, it becomes singular. So we call in data science dimensionality reduction, so that we can handle more data in an easy way. So if I look at this as an opportunity to synergize all, so this Dvivanam Bahuvachanam will become Yugalam and it will become as Ekavachanam, and it is 1/3 of the total complexity. So that is how in computers we always talk about complexity, how much it can handle. We should arrive at some synergized version which is easy, because then the learning barrier comes down when you start with one vachanam. Later on, experts can delve into the dvivachanam, bahuvachanam, all those aspects. But for a common man, as we call it, we should try to make things simple, demonstratable and usable. That will help us do one thing. We always said there was a time when Purav was on top, East Indian philosophy, and it was thriving. Then we all looked at West, Paschim. But now, if we synergize, I think it has been already anticipated. It is called a global South, and we are in Dakshin. So we should achieve that in the end. Hopefully that will happen. So with that few words, definitely I must thank again Kulapati Mahodaya, Ganapati Bhat Mahodaya, Ramasri Madam. Then I see Kalyana Sastri Garu and Bhat Garu here, and all of them whom I have met, and many more whom I will be meeting today, and our IIT professor and CDAC team, and all the students and scholars who have come here. A wonderful 2 days and a week-long celebration of Samskrita Vaibhavam at this location, beautiful place. And I have made the prayers this morning when I went up, had darshan. I am sure we are going to have real great positive contribution to the community, and that would have served the purpose of the efforts that we are making. So with that, thank you very much, and thanks for the opportunity. Thank you, Mahoday.
Thank you, sir. Now I invite Ramasri Madam for program overview.
Respected Vice Chancellor and Dr. Sudarshan Garu, Executive Director, CDAC Bangalore, and Dr. D. Sudarshan Garu, Executive Director, CDAC Bangalore, and Professor Ganapati Bhat, who is responsible and who is this whole person behind for this event to happen today, and the Bangalore team, CDAC team, named Janaki Madam, Vatsala Madam, and Sarita Madam. And though she is my student, I am addressing her as my student, Sarita Madam, Kulakarni Garu, and I, Krishna Prapurna Garu, and my dear colleagues of National Sanskrit University. It's really a very pleasant thing that is going to happen today. And a national seminar is going to happen whose title is Symbiosis between Sanskrit and Computers. Actually, the term symbiosis is between two entities who get benefited by each other, and the same way. And previously, the Sudarshan Garu was saying that two different worlds, really discrete worlds. But even though the Sanskrit professionals and modern subject professionals, and though here the CDAC people are very well versed with the computing technologies, we all have some common platform. Right from the day we enter into the womb of our mother until the day of on our deathbed, our brain continuously does certain things for which it is said to be living. And first is understanding. So when we encounter and exposed to a noun or adject, noun or entities of our daily life, and we are exposed to the intangible activities like actions, we will try to have some gist of the either noun or adjective or anything, and that is we try to acquire knowledge on that, and when we try to acquire knowledge on that, first we'll understand that, and after when we get knowledge and making abstract forms, and our brain writes every day at least 100 new programs for us, and right from the day of our birth to the death. So if you are able to arrange that knowledge in an abstract form, that is called knowledge, and getting application of the knowledge is called wisdom. And these are the actually understanding, intelligence, knowledge, wisdom are part and parcel of our daily life. In that way, even though we belong to two different streams, we are same. And the basic tasks are same, only the activities or the type of the knowledge is different. That's what I like to say. And as the title says, it is symbiosis between Sanskrit and computers, and in the subsequent, when in the future, we are going to elaborate or expand the goal of our team, the synergized team. And actually it is not restricted to the computers itself. We have many more fields. When I joined here in 2001, when I tried to design an interdisciplinary course as offered by UGC between computer science and Nyaya and Vyakarana, one UGC person in a meeting with the heads of the department, he asked me, how dare you talk about Sanskrit as science, Sanskrit language technology. Sanskrit is it's not at all science, it is more divine. That's what he said. And I said, and then I was slowly being introduced to the Sanskrit as a part of natural language processing. I am trying to acquire some knowledge on Sanskrit grammar, namely Paninian grammar, and and I am very much interested in Niruktam. I said the definition of Sanskrit is Samyak Krutam, and the definition of science is also the systemized knowledge is called science. The knowledge which is arranged systematically is science. In that way, even Sanskrit and science are same. Even Sanskrit is also is more than science. That's what I believe. And the goal of both the teams is to develop tools and theories which are which gap the bridge between these two, the knowledge encoded, the traditional knowledge, Indian knowledge systems, as well as the technologies available today. And it's actually like jigsaw pieces, and we have to see and fit them in such a way that they are more useful to the mankind. And actually, in order to wisdom is the application of the knowledge. Wisdom is application of the knowledge. And in our olden days, we don't have any scientific tools, and I don't think even we have glasses to see the distant sky galaxies. But just by observing a part of the sky, our ancestors are able to accurately predict the sunrise time and sunset time, for which no tools are said to be used. So that is the benefit of the observation and the sharpness of the brains. And if we are able to be more focused on the subject that our problem statement, then I think both sides would be able to solve the problem. And the first thing is we have to formulate the problem with specific boundaries and trying to attempt, and slowly we can extend it. That's what I feel. And in order to, when there are two entities, namely National Sanskrit Universities and CDOC, and we both have our strengths. The strength of the National Sanskrit University is Indian. Our people have more knowledge about Indian knowledge systems, and they are well versed with it. And our students, there are at least 300 research students in the university, and we can make use of them. at least 80% of their theory work, thesis work may be on pure sciences, and 20% how it can be it can be collaborated with the modern subjects. That's what I feel. And our younger, there are many staff who are young, who are very young and enthusiastic, and they may all be involved. And instead of Sanskrit, and there are many other, that's what I said, with the subsequent meetings and subsequent seminars and topics, we may extend our topics beyond computers, like astronomy, metallurgy, Ayurveda, and all. And CDAC, the strength of this CDAC is they have the latest technologies and paradigms and material with them, and they knew how to, they are very well versed with the development of the technical tools. And I would like to give some examples about intelligence and wisdom. So actually my experience with I am selecting two people. One is a housewife who is completely not new to technology, and she is not educated, and the other person is Professor K.V. Ramakrishmacharyalu. When I was sitting in front of my house, I have seen one plant was growing in front of my house yard, and I didn't able to recognize that plant, and I asked the person, the neighbor, what is the name of this plant, and she herself doesn't know that, and she immediately went to her house and brought her cell phone, and she has seen Google, opened the Google Lens app, and she has seen, and she told that plant belongs to one small, and Tamilians every day do that in Karam Kolambu, some green, they put that seed into that, which is very much useful to the health. And she has named it, and right now I didn't remember the name of the plant. That's how the applications developed are useful to the society. And even though I am a computer science professional, I do not know that this can be used to weigh my ignorance. That example really, it put a strong impact on my brain. And another thing is, when I was working with Professor K.V. Ramakrishmacharyalu in 1960 or 60 onwards, computational linguistics, the research on computational linguistics was going on. Even 1946, I think Elijah, the first chatbot, is software. Actually, it is not. It is a software program which is trained to talk with the people. The first chatbot, I think. But Indian people also in IITs Kharagpur and other IIT Hyderabad people were doing research. They started doing research on computational linguistics. When they were doing, we always mimic the research of the Europeans. Even though we have a rich tradition of language processing knowledge, we are already exposed in theoretical form, but nobody was able to apply it. But for English is a different language. They have, even though Renan Martin and separate grammar books are available, and they are exhaustively go on theoretical work, but it is not algorithmic in nature. Suppose if they want to identify, they have subject and predicate model, and they did some work on how to recognize the subject given a sentence. So when they try to do it, they formulated one rule, and every rule they are coming up with another example which overrides the rule. For example, if I say subject is the first word of the sentence, like Ravi likes sweets. Sweets, Ravi likes very much. Then sweets comes first, object. It is not the subject. So every day, for whatever the definition they are trying to take to define the subject, they are not able to get it. But for us, Suptin, Antam, Karta. But we don't have equal name on the equal term of, we cannot say subject and karta are same, but we were able to say. So when they were trying to do mimicking the European framework. Our senior professor K.V. Ramakrishnacharya garu was invited to IIT Hyderabad. He stayed there for 2 years, it seems. So he immediately said that whenever you want to, not only for the karta, karma and all, whenever given a sentence, you take verb as the fixed thing and it demands the nominal participants. If I say drink, so there must be a person to drink and there is something to drink, and it gives more information than the more information on the object drinking. It must be a liquid like that. And he has, so keeping verb as the fixed, you decide depending upon the affixes of the noun, decide which is karta, which is karma, subject, all the 6 participants. And more precisely, if you take any sentence, you can broadly classify it into verbs and nouns. So the verb, either it may be samapaka or asamapaka kriya. The other participants must be only 6, only 6 noun participants for every action. That's what he said. And based on that, our Indian professor working in a country I have forgotten by name Joshi, he has designed a new grammar, namely tree adjoining grammar. And afterwards, and there was one person, namely I think all of you must have heard Chomsky. Chomsky tried to formulate many rules starting on his entire life, and he tried to understand Paninian grammar, and he was able to, till the date of his death, he continuously evolved his theories and tried to close Panini, and he is being called as a English Panini like thing. Now we have another thing is, as the goals of the conference, Professor Sudarshan Garu enlightened us digitization of Sanskrit texts, and actually it is one of the main goal or mission of the motto of the establishing of Sanskrit University, and we have already done some work, and we have to check how far it should not go waste. And we have actually the book was completely transcribed into any Indian language as well as in Sanskrit, and we have to see how it would be more useful to the society, and it is half baked, and we have to make it a cake and to be sold. And even Tarka Sangraha, Tarka and actual is how Sanskrit knowledge is useful to the Sanskrit knowledge to be extracted or represented. Tarka and computational aspects of Sanskrit and applications of Sanskrit, promotion of Sanskrit. These are the goals defined by Sudarshan Garu, and we are also, and actually if you do some part of it, and definitely it would be useful to other domains also. And the person Roger Schank, who was dealing with digital signal processing, he thought that when signal and output speech, if there are 2 different entities, an intermediate, and if input is the signal and output is the speech uttered, and if we are able to conceive the in between layer, then given an input we can get output, given an output we get the input as output. That's what Roger Shanks, and that is called a 3-tier system, and we all know about hidden Markov models and all. And to conclude, let our union between CDAC and National Sanskrit University be fruitful to the society, as told by Sudarshan Garu as Lokakshemam. Definitely, I really wish and I appreciate all of you to come and sit here. And moreover, I would like to ask the organizers of the National Sanskrit University to involve more younger staff as well as the students, postgraduate students as well as research scholars. With this, I take leave, and I thank the organizers to give me such an opportunity to share my thoughts. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, madam. Now I request Professor Ramashri Madam to felicitate our Vice Chancellor to giving the book. Now I request our Vice Chancellor to felicitate Ramashri Madam.
Namaste all. I request Dr. Sudarshan to kindly felicitate Vice Chancellor sir with a shawl and a small memento from CDAC as a token of our appreciation and love. Request Dr. Sudarshan to kindly felicitate Dr. Ganpati Bhatt sir. Thank you sir. Kindly felicitate Ramashri madam. Thank you sir.
सर्वेभ्यो नमः। राष्ट्रीय संस्कृत विश्वविद्यालयः पुनः सीडेक् इति अनयोः संस्थयोः अद्य आरभ्य श्वः पर्यन्तं दिनद्वयात्मिका राष्ट्रीय संगोष्ठी आयोजिता वर्तते। अद्य कार्यक्रमस्य समुद्घाटनं माननीयैः कृतं। प्रथमसत्रम् इदानीं सम्पन्नमस्ति। अत्र बेंगलूरु प्रदेशात् आगताः डॉक्टर SD सुदर्शन महाभागाः एवं अस्माकं विश्वविद्यालयस्य मान्याः कुलपतयः GSR कृष्णमूर्ति महाभागाः एवमेव अस्याः संगोष्ठ्याः संयोजकाः सन्ति आचार्याः गणपतिभट्टमहोदयाः। एतेषां सर्वेषामपि शब्दसुमनोभिः हार्दान् धन्यवादान् वितनोमि। एवमेव कुलसचिवाः भवन्ति अस्माकं विश्वविद्यालयस्य मान्याः रमाश्री महाभागाः, ताभ्यः अपि धन्यवादान् समर्पयामि। सम्प्रति प्रथमसत्रं सम्पन्नं भवति। इदानीं
द्वितीयं सत्रम् आरभ्यते। तत्र प्रथमं पत्रं भवति अस्माकं प्रोफेसर् शिवरामभट्टमहाभागानां। ते आह्वयन्ते पत्रसमर्पणाय।
सर्वेभ्यो नमः। विद्वन्नदीव्रात सहस्रपूर्णं तथा सहस्रप्रभुरत्नपूर्णं वेदादिवाक्यार्थतरङ्गलोलं सभासमुद्रं प्रणमामि मूर्धना। सर्वेभ्यो नमः। संस्कृतं पुनः सङ्गणकम् इति विषयद्वयं न केवलं भारते अपि तु विश्वे एव सम्प्रति प्रसिद्धः विषयः। यतोहि अयं कालः तन्त्रज्ञानकालः, तन्त्रज्ञानयुगः। भवन्तः सर्वेपि जानन्ति तत्र डिजिटैजेशन् एण्ड् प्रोग्रामिङ्ग्, तत्र अङ्कीकरणं प्रविधिः इति विषयद्वयम् उपलक्ष्य किञ्चित् सरलमाध्यमेन संस्कृतेन किञ्चित् वदामि, भवन्तः अवगन्तुं शक्नुवन्ति इति अहं चिन्तयामि। तत्र actually I have started a project बृहच्छब्दनिर्वचनकोशः। वस्तुतः तत्र निर्वचनम् इदानीं रमाश्रीमहाभागे उक्तं निरुक्तं तत्र इंट्रेस्टेड टॉपिक इति। यथा तत्र अमरकोशे भवन्तः द्रष्टुं शक्नुवन्ति। अमरकोशे वर्तते उणादि शब्दकोशः इति अस्ति। एवं बहूनि पुस्तकानि एतन्निमित्तं सन्ति। वस्तुतः यथा तत्र दर्शितं ब्रह्मशब्दस्य व्युत्पत्तिः कथं भवति। यतोहि तत्र व्याकरणशास्त्रे सर्वे शब्दाः धातुजन्याः, धातुतः एव सर्वे शब्दाः उत्पद्यन्ते इति उच्यते। ब्रह्मशब्दस्य व्युत्पत्तिः, एवमेव विष्णुशब्दस्य व्युत्पत्तिः। व्याप्नोति इति विष्णुः कथं भवति सः इत्युक्ते व्याप्नोति, सर्वत्र भवति, व्यापको भवति, अतः सः विष्णुः। एवमेव ईष्टे, ईश ऐश्वर्ये इति धातुः रूट्, तत्र ईष्टे ईश्वरः इति शब्दस्य निष्पत्तिः। सरति आकाशे, सृगतौ सरति, सः आकाशे गच्छति, अतः सरति इति सूर्यः। एवं रूपेण प्रायशः 99% शब्दानां व्युत्पत्तिः धातुतः क्रियते। 1% न शक्यते। यथा संज्ञाशब्दाः भवन्ति, डित्थ डवित्थादि शब्दाः, तेषां तत्र व्युत्पत्तिः न भवति। अतः एवं 99% प्रायः सर्वेषां शब्दानाम् एवं व्युत्पत्तिः दर्शयितुं शक्यते। I have already collected more than 10,000 words now at the time. इतोपि प्रायशः 10 lakh शब्दाः संग्रहीतुं शक्यन्ते। नाम भिन्नभिन्नशास्त्रेभ्यः, केवलम् अमरकोशात् नास्ति, केवलम् उणादिकोशात् नास्ति। यथा व्याकरणशास्त्रं, न्यायशास्त्रं, इत्युक्ते साहित्यशास्त्रं, भिन्नभिन्नशास्त्रेभ्यः तत्र पारिभाषिकशब्दाः ये भवन्ति, तेषां व्युत्पत्तयः कथं भवन्ति, एवं सर्वमपि सङ्गृह्य अत्र कर्तुमिष्यते। एतत् कार्यम् इदानीम् आरब्धमस्ति, परन्तु प्रायशः 4-5 months तावदभ्यन्तरे एतत् कार्यं भवेदिति एकः प्रकल्पः, प्रोजेक्ट्। बृहच्छब्दनिर्वचनकोशः इति बृहत् कोशः। बृहत् शब्द इत्युक्ते बिग् वर्ड् इति नास्ति, शब्दनिर्वचनकोशः महान् अस्ति। एवं कोशे अन्वयः एवमेवं समासत्वात्। अस्य अर्थः संस्कृते लभ्यते प्रायः, परन्तु आङ्ग्लभाषायां संस्कृतभाषायां च दातव्यमिति अस्ति, येन आविश्वम् एतस्य प्रचारो भवेदिति। पुनः इट् हेस् टु कन्वर्ट् इन् एप् अथवा वेब्सैट् मध्ये। तद् वेब्सैट् मध्ये स्थाप्यते चेत् स्वयमेव सर्च् कर्तुं शक्यते। इदानीं वयं पुस्तकरूपेण इदानीं प्रकाशयामः, तर्हि सर्वत्र अस्य प्रचारः न भवेत्। अतः एप् तद् निर्माणम् इदानीं टेक्नालजि तन्त्रज्ञानजनानां तत् कार्यं भवति। एप् मध्ये स्थापयामः, सर्वे जनाः उपयोक्तुं शक्नुवन्ति, अथवा वेब्सैट् मध्येपि एतस्य उपयोगः क्रियते चेत् महान् लाभः भवेदिति तत् कार्यं टेक्नालजि कार्यं भवति। अतः एषः एकः प्रकल्पः तत्र वर्तते. सेकेण्ड्, यथा तत्र समानपारिभाषिकशब्दाः भिन्नभिन्नशास्त्रेषु भवन्ति. फॉर एग्जाम्पल् गुणः इति शब्दः. गुणः इति व्याकरणशास्त्रे तस्य डेफिनेशन्, तस्य विवरणं भिन्नम्. अदेङ् गुणः इति उच्यते. तत्र गुणः सद्गुणः दुर्गुणः इति नास्ति. पुनः न्यायशास्त्रे रूपरसगन्धादयः 24 गुणाः इति तत्र डेफिनेशन् भवति. एवं साङ्ख्ये वा अन्यशास्त्रे व्यवहारे वा सत्त्वं रजस्तमः इति गुणाः भवन्ति. अतः गुणः इति कुत्र कुत्र भवति, तत्र पारिभाषिकशब्दाः भिन्नभिन्नशास्त्रेषु तस्य डेफिनेशन् किं किं वर्तते इति एकः प्रकल्पः अयं वर्तते. तत्र ज्योतिषेपि गुणशब्दस्य गुणनं क्रियते, भाजनं क्रियते इण्टु. तत्र गुणः इत्यस्य घातः, हतिः, वधः एवं पर्यायशब्दाः तत्र प्रयुक्ताः सन्ति. पुनः व्यवहारेपि गुणे शुक्लादयः पुंसि गुणिलिङ्गास्तु तद्वति इति कोशादिषु वयं पश्यामः. तत्र गुणः एतादृशः शुक्लः, पीतः इत्यादि गुणवाचकः अपि अस्ति. अतः केवलम् उदाहरणार्थं एकः शब्दः स्वीकृतः गुणः. एवमेव अन्येपि शब्दाः भवन्ति. योगशास्त्रे योगश्चित्तवृत्तिनिरोधः. पुनः व्याकरणशास्त्रे योगः इति सम्बन्धः, युजिरि योगे इत्यादिना. एवं भिन्नभिन्नशास्त्रे तत्तत् शब्दस्य अर्थः भिन्नः भवति. एतेषां सर्वेषामपि समानपारिभाषिकपदानां सङ्ग्रहः एकत्र क्रियते चेत् महान् लाभः भवेदिति. पुनः एतस्य ऐप् मध्येपि कन्वर्ट् तदपि कर्तुं शक्यते इति, अथवा वेब्सैट् मध्येपि सर्च् सिस्टम् कर्तुं शक्यते इति सेकेण्ड्. पुनः अस्माकं सविधे बहवः कोशग्रन्थाः, फेमस् प्रसिद्धमस्ति अमरकोशः, परन्तु अन्येपि कोशग्रन्थाः सन्ति. बहवः कोशग्रन्थाः सन्ति. यथा मेदिनीकोशः, विश्वप्रकाशकोशः, हलायुधकोशः, एवं बहवः कोशग्रन्थाः सन्ति. तत्र पर्यायशब्दाः विनायको विघ्नराजद्वैमातुरगणाधिपाः एवम् एकैकस्य शब्दस्य पर्यायशब्दाः सन्ति. तत्र अमरकोशस्य काचित् शैली भिन्ना, मेदिनीकोशस्य काचित् शैली भिन्ना. तत्रापि पर्यायशब्दाः सन्ति. यथा कान्तः, खान्तः, ककारान्तशब्दः, यत्र अक एवं रूपेण ककारान्तः आगच्छति, कण्टक, कान्तशब्दाः, खान्त, दुःख, सुख एवं रूपेण तत्र शैली काचित् भिन्ना अस्ति. पर्यायशब्दाः भिन्नभिन्न नाम संस्कृतवाङ्मये तेषाम् अर्थाः पुनः पर्यायशब्दाः कति सन्ति इति भिन्नभिन्नकोशेषु तत्र वर्तन्ते. तेषाम् एकत्रीकरणं वन् प्लाट्फार्म् भवति चेत् सर्वे कोशाः एकत्र लभ्यन्ते. येन एकवारं विनायक इति वयं सर्च् कुर्मः तर्हि भिन्नभिन्नकोशेषु के अर्थाः सन्ति, कुत्र कुत्र कस्मिन् अर्थे तेषां, यतोहि नानार्थशब्दाः अपि भवन्ति. हरिशब्दस्य हरि विष्णुः, हरि कपिः, हरि सिंहः एवं रूपेण एकस्य एव शब्दस्य नानार्थकत्वमपि भवति. अतः एतादृशं ज्ञानमपि तत्र सङ्ग्रहीतुं शक्यते इति थर्ड् प्रोजेक्ट्स्, तृतीयः विषयः. नेक्स्ट्, वस्तुतः NCERT इति केन्द्रसर्वकारस्य संस्थया एकः प्रकल्पः, एकं कार्यम् आरब्धम्. Already started before 15 years this project, but not completed. वस्तुतः एतत् कार्यम् आरब्धं सुभाषितकार्यमिति. इत्युक्ते इदानीं विद्या, नालेज्, विद्या इति विषये मम कृते भिन्नभिन्नसन्दर्भाः आवश्यकाः. यदि अहं सर्च् करोमि तर्हि कदाचित् विद्या ददाति विनयम् अथवा विद्यानाम नरस्य रूपमधिकम् इति कदाचित् श्लोकद्वयं लभ्येत वेब्सैट् मध्ये. परन्तु अन्येपि श्लोकाः बहवः सन्ति. ते कथं प्राप्तुं शक्यन्ते? तन्निमित्तम् एवं रूपेण यतोहि सुभाषितं सर्वदा सार्वकालिकं भवति, सर्वदा तद् उपकारकं भवति. यदि किमपि डेफिनेशन् आवश्यकम्, इदानीं कोटेशन्, उद्धरणं किमपि वक्तव्यं, तर्हि सुभाषितं स्वीकुर्मः, वेदवाक्यं स्वीकुर्मः, उपनिषदं स्वीकुर्मः. तर्हि वयं वेब्सैट् मध्ये सर्च् कुर्मः, विद्या इति सर्च् कुर्मः, तर्हि विद्यासम्बद्धश्लोकाः सर्वेपि आगच्छेयुः वित् मीनिङ्ग्. इन् इङ्ग्लिश् एण्ड् हिन्दी मिनिमम् तर्हि तथा आगच्छेयुः इति सुभाषितरत्नभाण्डागारं सुभाषितसाहस्री एवं बहवः ग्रन्थाः सन्ति तेषां सर्वेषां काव्येषु अपि सुभाषितानि सन्ति तेषां सर्वेषामपि तत्र सङ्ग्रहः भवति चेत् एकत्रैव किमपि आवश्यकं धनविषये आवश्यकं तर्हि धनविषये कुत्र कुत्र सर्वे गुणाः काञ्चनमाश्रयन्ति एवं रूपेण तत्र ये श्लोकाः सन्ति ते सर्वेपि आगच्छेयुः तथा तत् सर्चिङ्ग् सिस्टम् भवेदिति सुभाषितसङ्ग्रहः अथवा नीतिसङ्ग्रहः एवम् इदानीं तत्र फ़ोण्ट् समस्या अस्ति इदानीं व्याकरणविषये किञ्चित् वयम् अष्टाध्यायीं जानीमः परन्तु तत्र केवलं सूत्राणि पठ्यन्ते अष्टाध्यायाः नैकाः वृत्तयः वृत्तिग्रन्थाः बहवः सन्ति यथा वेदस्य शाखाः बह्व्यः सन्ति सहस्रवर्त्मा सामवेदः एकविंशतिधा बहुरिच्यम् एवं रूपेण नवधाथर्वणवेदः इति भेदः महाभाष्ये उच्यते परन्तु उपलब्धिः नास्ति तावतः ज्ञानस्य लोपः तथैव अत्रापि अष्टाध्यायाः अपि मोर् देन् 40 कामेण्ट्रीस् अष्टाध्यायाः वर्तन्ते परन्तु तस्य कुत्रापि प्रकाशनं भिन्नभिन्नग्रन्थालयेषु तत्र कामेण्ट्रीस् व्याख्याः लभ्यन्ते इति कुत्रचित् पठ्यते परन्तु एकत्र उपलब्धिः नास्ति ज्ञानस्य ह्रासः अष्टाध्यायी इति 4000 सूत्रास् फार्मुलास् सूत्राणि इति उच्यते परन्तु तेषां व्याख्यानग्रन्थाः बहवः सन्ति वृत्तिग्रन्थाः मोर् देन् 40 अग्रेपि सन्ति यथा शोभूतिः इत्यादिभिः अस्याः अष्टाध्यायाः वृत्तिग्रन्थाः बहवः लिखिताः परन्तु तेषां तत्र हानिः दृश्यते यतोहि अस्माभिः कुत्रापि पठनपाठ्यक्रमे नैव उपयुज्यते अतः एवमेव तस्यैव वर्तते अष्टाध्यायाः एव वृत्तिग्रन्थाः कति सन्ति इदानीं सिद्धान्तकौमुदी इति अस्माकं पाठ्यक्रमे भवति अस्याः अपि बह्व्यः व्याख्याः सन्ति तासां व्याख्यानामपि एकत्र सङ्ग्रहः सर्चेबल फॉर्मेट मध्ये एतत् सर्वं कर्तुं शक्यते इति आशयः एवमेव बह्व्यः व्याख्याः इत्युक्ते एताः व्याख्याः संस्कृते वर्तन्ते एवमेव इंग्लिश हिंदी एतत् सर्वं क्रियते चेत् एकत्रैव इदानीम् अष्टाध्यायी.com इति भवन्तः जानन्ति तत्रापि कश्चन प्रयासः अस्ति इतोपि तत्र कर्तुं शक्यते कार्यम् अतः अष्टाध्यायी.com मध्ये नास्ति तादृशं मया अत्र उक्तं वर्तते एवमेव एतत् सर्वं कौमुद्याः एव कामेण्ट्रीस् व्याख्याः सन्ति मोर् देन् 20 व्याख्याः सम्प्रति इदानीम् उपस्थापिताः अग्रेपि एवमेव महाभाष्यस्यापि महाभाष्यम् इति महत्वाच्च भाष्यत्वाच्च महाभाष्यम् इति उच्यते महाभाष्यस्यापि नैके व्याख्याग्रन्थाः सन्ति तेषामपि एकत्रीकरणं स्यात् इति एतत् सर्वं one प्लाट्फार्म् मध्ये आनेतव्यम् इति आशयः एवमेव सम्प्रति I have received a project from CSU tentatively approved the digitization and programming of major व्याकरण texts other than पाणिनि इति अस्ति एतस्यापि कार्यम् इदानीन्तनादेव आरभ्यते तत्र वस्तुतः पाणिनीयव्याकरणविषये कार्यं तत्र जातमस्ति परन्तु व्याकरणविषयेपि प्रायशः मोर् देन् 14 व्याकरणग्रन्थास् आर् देर् यथा तत्र कातन्त्रव्याकरणं न केवलं पाणिनीयं व्याकरणम् एवं तत्र श्रीहरिनामामृतव्याकरणं मुग्धबोधव्याकरणं शिशुबोधव्याकरणं सारस्वतव्याकरणं मोर् देन् 14 व्याकरणग्रन्थाः आर् देर् एतेषां सर्वेषामपि तत्र सर्चेबल् सिस्टम् तत् करणीयमिति फॉर्मेट मध्ये एतत् सर्वं वर्तते तत्र मेथडोलॉजी लिखितं कथं क्रियते केवलं वयं एकस्य व्याकरणस्य विषये जानीमः तत्रापि भिन्नभिन्नशैली भवति भिन्नभिन्नलौकिकप्रयोगाः भवन्ति तेषां सर्वेषामपि तत्र एकत्रीकरणं वृद्धिरादैच् यदि सर्च् कुर्मः तर्हि भिन्नभिन्न व्याकरणेषु वृद्धिशब्दविषये किम् उक्तमस्ति, का रीतिः उपयुक्ता अस्ति, प्रत्ययविषये का रीतिः, एतत् सर्वं तत्र अन्तर्भवति अस्मिन् प्रकल्पे प्रोजेक्ट् मध्ये। एवमेव तत्र सामान्यतः एतत् स्वरूपं तस्य प्रकल्पस्य प्रोजेक्ट् इत्युक्ते सर्चेबल् सिस्टम्, पुनः तत्र ग्रन्थाः अपि स्थाप्यन्ते, PDF वर्ड् इत्युक्ते सर्च् सिस्टम् भवति। एतत् नाम इतोपि बहु वेब्सैट्स् सन्ति। सामान्यतः द लिङ्क् यथा ई-भारती सम्पद् इति वस्तुतः अस्मिन् विश्वविद्यालये एव वर्षत्रयात् पूर्वं कश्चन प्रकल्पः अत्र आयोजितः आरब्धः अस्माकं विश्वविद्यालये एव ई-भारती सम्पद्। तत्रापि बहवः संस्कृतग्रन्थाः PDF माध्यमेन उपस्थापिताः सन्ति। नाम प्राचीन यथा कोशादिग्रन्थाः सर्वे तत्र उपलभ्यन्ते। इदानीमपि कार्यं तत्र प्रचलति, संस्कृतभारत्या तत्र कार्यं क्रियमाणमस्ति। एवं रूपेण सामान्यतः एतस्य स्वरूपमस्ति। अहम् अधिकं समयं न स्वीकरोमि, यतोहि दूरात् अतिथयः समागताः सन्ति, तेषां वक्तव्यम् अधिकं भवतु इति, यतोहि अग्रिमः अपि कार्यक्रमः अस्ति। अतः एतावदेव उक्त्वा अहं विरमामि। धन्यवादः। श्रीकांत। Now I request Dr. Sarita ma'am to deliver your lecture. Please come.
Hari Om, respected VC sir and our executive director from CDAC and all the scholars, Mahodayas who are assembled here, my pranams to everyone. Before going to, I would like to give delivery on talk on knowledge discovery. So before going to tell about the knowledge, I would just like to pray the God. Jnananandamayam devam निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीव उपास्महे. Just Hayagriva, I'm just praying to get the knowledge from him and spread to all of us and create the knowledge from here. Okay, so my agenda is related to ancient knowledge systems and what is a knowledge discovery process and how it is relating to our ancient scripts and stone encryptions and how the technology advancements happening in this knowledge discovery. And I'll So, as we know, our ancient knowledge systems or classified into Vedas, Vedangas, Upangas, Itihasas, Puranas, Dharmashastras, and Darshanas. But is a single life is not sufficient to know the knowledge what it is inside the ancient texts. We can be expert with some of the texts, ancient texts, and we can understand the knowledge and we can able to implement in our life. But it is not feasible to know and search each and every ancient text. So that's why we need a computational tools is required highly for us to know at particular time whatever is you want to be searched. Just now, Shivram Bhatt sir has told that there are most of them such availability is required right now at this point of time. I would like to just ask to play one of the video, how ancient texts we can able to search, we have made a tool, and how manuscripts also we can able to search, we have a tool. Can you please someone play that? Just told them. Yes, yes. Just this is a sample. We have made this tool for long being. Is it playing, sir? He is there, madam. He put it into it. This is the website has been made, but it is not in public mode right now. But it is search across all the texts which we have collected and digitized right now. It is ancient Indian heritage knowledge base. So we can able to enhance and we can able some features we have made it so that we can expand it and do it. It will search in a single text also, and it will search across the text. We have already Vedas, Vedangas, Upangas, and Darshanas also was there. So nearly 175 texts was digitized right now, and it was there, and still some more 100 has to be in the pipeline to make it up to search. So this tool is available with us right now. So as Shivram Bhatt sir, when he's saying searchable, the platform is already in the place. Okay, just we need to add the data and collate with that so that it will be visible to the public. So that is cool. So we can able to convert even from Sanskritam to other Indian languages also. So that also is available. And for this, I think we need to update our, even validation has to be done the data which is existing. That NSU has to take care of that. I request. Yes. Next one, please. Next video, please. So this is for ancient texts. Similarly, manuscripts also we can able to search. So we have across 5,000 plus, right? 5,000 plus images of manuscripts was collected across the libraries in the India, across the India, and those are digitized, and we have been able to search those manuscripts also. So this platform is also available with us. So this also will definitely help the NSU because I have seen the library here. Where so many manuscripts was available, which has been digitized, but not able to access to the each and every scholar too. So this will enable them actually for day-to-day life of their scholar. When they want to search, research they want to do, they can use this tool actually. So this will be available. Now, I would like to just go back to the slides. See, what is happening is whatever search we have shown right now, it is like searching the similarity search, I can say. Means if similar word is available, or it is some type of very logical search can be able to possible here. Both the words are not there, these words are not there. So I want to go beyond that one. How to make this into the semantic search. So that is having still it is in baby steps, I can say. We have to take it up to the semantic search level. So what is the process we have to take it up to make it into semantic search? So that is my talk, the next one. So this is the ancient. So we want to learn the knowledge from the existing ancient texts and even stone encryptions and manuscripts. So I can collate from the technology perspective. For me, ancient text is a text format, right? And stone encryptions and manuscripts in the form of images, right? So we need to digitize these things in the next step, okay? From the digitization or digital archives are there. So with those techniques, we can able to digitize this, and pre-processing has to be done in a proper way, so that the proper format means it should be clear for doing the data analytics over there. Some stone encryptions will be shaded, right? Even manuscripts will be told off. So there are some techniques we have to apply. AI analytics also can be applied over there in order to bring out the knowledge over there, how to map it also. We can reconstruct also, that also is feasible. So such type of pre-processing techniques has to be applied. Once it is being cleared, then we can apply OCR or handwriting, optical character recognition, to identify from the images. If it is from ancient text, directly we can able to go take it forward for the analytics. But if it is a stone encryptions or manuscripts, we have to make it into, we have to do the OCR and HW handwriting recognition and then convert that into the form of the text. Once the text is available, we can able to convert that into the numerical format, where you can able to apply the AI and ML techniques. So here obviously we have to use natural language processing techniques we have to apply, and from there we can able to evaluate and then find out the metrics whether it is giving the proper accuracy what we are estimating to discover the knowledge. So this is the process actually we have to do it. So I'm calling, instead of KDD, everyone knows. So because it is ancient text, I want to make it as AKDD. Okay? So this we have to make it up. So the flow of this knowledge, the flow of these knowledge systems will be like, now we are converting everything into the text. So how to apply AI or ML systems? So that will take it into the part here. The ancient texts, we are able to create the knowledge graphs, and the knowledge graphs will lead to the knowledge base over there. From the knowledge base which is available, inferences can be able to, the inference engine is able to create the inferences from where the user can able to use what he wants it, what type of knowledge he is searching for. It is semantic search or semantic knowledge, he can able to draw it out. And here the experts like knowledge engineers like you is definitely required to redefine it, the disambiguation of the texts or phrases, whichever it is identifying from these knowledge graphs. So there your part has been taken a priority. So the knowledge acquisition, whatever we are getting from the knowledge base, has to be verified through the experts and knowledge engineers from the domain perspective, and make it to validate. That validation will give you a very good accuracy. Accuracy will be increased for the knowledge extraction. So this is what the flow diagram. So how these knowledge graphs has to be built, because the main, what we are seeing, the main component is the knowledge graphs. So how to create? See here, all the entities like names, place, things, all these things can be considered, and what are the actions we are doing, that we have to make it as in that edges and nodes. So the nodes is giving a high priority for people, places, things and all, and the relationships we have to draw it as an edges. So for example here, Ramaha Sita Pashyati. So Ramaha and Sita are entities. So Pashyati is a verb word. So we have to give that as an relationship there. So like that, any other bigger sentences or paragraphs also has to be drawn like this type of a graph. So what is happening is, relations we are maintaining here. If any person wants to remember also, by remembering the relationship, the memory will be very high, right? So anyone can remember with the relation. That's why the Sanskrit is most highly natural language, we will say. Why means every word, even name, dhatu, everything is having a meaning for that. So if any person remembers the meaning of that, he never forgets in his life. So that's why we have to take this relationship, this knowledge graphs is highly useful here for Sanskrit language. So what it does, why we had to create this type of things, means it improves our information retrieval. So not only semantic, similar search we are using, we had to use a semantic search also, so that the relationship words also we can able to understand, which when AI expert systems has make that to be available, then people can able to, even AI system can able to answer you in the same language too, like a chatbot I can say. So that also can able to bring back from this knowledge. So that's what so it will enhances our reasoning, and it will tell why it is like that, why it is giving this type of answer. So by using explainable AI, you can able to retrieve back why the decision is making by the AI like this also. So that also can be retrieved, and it will uncover all the hidden parts which is available, because we may be seeing one perspective, but machine is having many ways, 360 degrees. It can able to give so many false positives. As sir was telling, sometimes it will give false positives also. So as a domain expert, we should able to identify that also. By using our sutras and all, I think it is highly feasible to do that. So what are the technology advancements in the knowledge graph? So we are going to, we have to take it up like the extraction of that nodes and edges, which we have seen the previous gram, that can be able to develop by using LLMs. LLMs means nothing but large language models. So what are large language models? So AI experts may think that it is easy. What is LLM? It is LLM only, no, just like that. But as a student community, I just want to give one hint to you. It is a deep learning networks which can able to pre-trained on large amounts of data, like trillions, billions of parameters. It has been trained. By training of all those things, it can understand what is that word, what is a phrase, what is a sentence. It can able to understand it. So for that, they are using the underlying algorithms or transformer algorithms, which can able to have encoders, decoders, which can able to learn self and the sequence of the data. The sequence of the data, it can able to self-learn, like a baby, like how the babies will be able to remember. So such type of models are available in the place already, which we have seen. We are using ChatGPT and all also, people are using LLMs. So same LLMs even we can apply, we can able to create for even ancient texts also. Okay, so that is what we are taking a different diversion. Always we are seeing only the English type or some other language type only. Even Hindi LLMs also not that much pre-trained properly right now. So if you start the research at this point of time for ancient texts with the student help, really I think we can achieve very in a short time. Yeah. So how this knowledge graphs has to be created with the latest technology? I'll just telling that we had to the ancient text has to be applied to the LLMs. The LLMs can able to prompt, and that with the prompts, this RDF triplets means nothing but subject, predicate, and object. Okay. So that combinations will be created from the text. That is the beautiful of that. So even previously we used to use anthology, right? Anthology representations was there. So we will start very the base. If you see that we used to chunk the data, we used to use NLTM, Stacy and all, and we will find it out named entity recognition, dependency parsing we used to do. Then we are correlating the semantic knowledge of that one, and we are creating the anthology by using RDFs. So that is the process. But now that can be automatically created by the LLMs. But only thing what we have to do it then when it is creating. But maybe it is giving false also, right? So we need to verify it, and we need to rectify and validate it and make it into the proper things. So that if you giving a training and retraining of that, so definitely the AI algorithms will learn better. So for that, if you want to strengthen more accuracy, so with that LLMs can be created this graph, okay? That is nothing but knowledge graphs. So with the knowledge graphs, you can able to access, any user can use prompts to search for the any inference, means any knowledge they want to extract. They can query it, okay? So when they query through SparkQL, they can able to find the insights from the knowledge graphs. So like that, the query generator is actually, it will help between the user natural language and between the system representation, that is graphs, knowledge graphs. So that will help us. If you have, if already we have an ontology based LLMs, that will give accuracy will be very high. Like for example, Vyakarana you will say, let us consider, I have given all the data of Vyakarana to the LLMs to create the knowledge graph. Later I will query in the Vyakarana, okay? So it may give some wrong answers, it may give some good answers. So later what we should do, we have to revalidate it and retrain it so that the corrections will be considered and it will be give the good accuracy. And if suppose some other already past years we have already created the anthologies with the previous technologies and it is available, still that anthology graphs also can be provided to the LLMs. So it will learn, because already existing thing that also can be incorporated and make it into available, so that the accuracy improves. So the other technologies which can help for this knowledge discovery are, the first one is digital libraries and archives. I told for digitization it is highly required. The next one is optical character recognition for recognition of handwritten things and character recognition. And natural language processing under that machine translation and text mining analytics algorithms which can able to find the patterns and all. It will help us actually in very vast. And machine translation for converting from one language to another language. Suppose you are targeting from Sanskrit right now, okay. Later you want to convert from Sanskrit to other languages or foreign languages. Some people are very much interested to convert to foreign languages also. So even we can able to target that one. And AI and machine learning, as I said, knowledge graphs and pattern recognition and predictive modeling will help you. And data visualization is definitely, without visualization we cannot able to authenticate the source of the data, right? So definitely we have to use the visualization. Interactive visualization will help the user to be more interactive with us. And VR and AR for immersive learning. So if any learning you are doing, if it is really expressive and interactive to you, you will be very high to interact with that, right? In like a gadgets or something. So if I visualize in front of you, for example, like a monument or a temple is there, which you have not thought also it will be there. So by using VR, you can experience that you are walking within the temple and you are visualizing the God, and you can chant also in front of him as if you are real, right? So such type of technology, similarly that will help you to the learning perspective also. So that advanced technology will help in that perspective. And the blockchain technology is a highly can be usable. Why means because of authentic, okay? Because these are all digital artifacts, right? Whatever we are creating is digitally is there. So you can able to use a blockchain for authenticity and then collaborative platform and cloud. So these platforms, the crowdsourcing platforms will help actually people surrounding with a similar knowledge can able to share the information and can be validated at the domain expert level. So this will foster the research actually, because we are now interacting with very few people, okay. So beyond that knowledge, if you want to do it, better we can go for crowdsourcing platforms also. And geographic information system, GIS, is for historical mapping. So whatever stone encryptions or any ancient scripts you are collecting, if you are able to tag the geo information systems over there also, that also will give a high impact. So one day I am saying that we can go with an app, okay. So near to you historical location, it can able to identify you and tell you what type of stone encryptions are available and what type of facilitations are there, why it is more prominent we had to visit. So such type of cultural and heritage also we can able to bring it. So my conclusion is, means what are the things we need to collate from this, all the points is, we need highly the knowledge graphs for applications of ancient Indian knowledge systems, and we need to build ancient Indian heritage LLMs, large language models is highly required, and AI-based stone encryptions and palm leaf knowledge systems has to be bring out. And the ultimate goal is like a Vishwaguru portal, which will have multimodal data, not only this one, even speech-based, video-based, whatever, all multimodality portal has to be brought out to showcase our ancient Indian heritage systems. With this, I would like to conclude my talk. So, any questions, please? Yes, ma'am. Okay. Okay. Okay, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Okay. TKDL, right? Yes. Sure, sure. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. Yes, ma'am. Yeah. Nature language process. Yes, ma'am.
Searching, then it's right now divide the problem into sub-problems and
एतस्मिन् विषये विचाराः विनिमयाः श्वः अपि भविष्यन्ति। अधुना कार्यक्रमान्तरं वर्तते। अहं कुलपतिवर्यान् सम्प्रार्थये शिवरामभट्टमहाभागं तथा सरितामहाभागाञ्च पुस्तकप्रदानेन सत्कुर्वन्तु इति। अत्युत्तमं पत्रं समर्पितवते शिवरामभट्टाय तथा सरितामहाभागायै धन्यवादाः समर्प्यन्ते। अयं कार्यक्रमः अधुना सम्पन्नः वर्तते। कार्यक्रमान्तरस्य आरम्भः भवति इति विनिवेद्य श्वः अस्माकं कार्यक्रमः पुनः प्रातः एकादशवादने भविष्यति। किञ्चित् परिवर्तनं वर्तते, क्षमाञ्च याचे। मध्याह्नात् परं किञ्चित् पत्रमासीत् अस्माकं IIT प्रोफेसर् प्रपूर्णमहाभागानां, तेषां कार्यक्रमान्तरमस्ति इति कृत्वा तेषां पत्रं प्रातः एव भवति इति निवेदयामि। किञ्चित् परिवर्तनं तावदेव। अधुना सम्प्रार्थये अयं कार्यक्रमः अधुना सम्पन्नः। कार्यक्रमस्य अनन्तरस्य